Hello, my beautiful souls. Happy July, Mercury retrograde, Cancer energy, eclipse craziness going on. Hi, 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 hi. I love you guys so much. So, I always pull cards for myself from the Soul's Journey lesson cards by James Van Praagh and the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. Like to get a little energy going on in my day to day. And today I just had to share the cards with you because they were just so delicious. So I pulled Indecision. As you can see here, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. And Letting Go. Look at this gorgeousness. I surrender joyously to the ebb and flowing of life. This is amazing to me because I'm constantly, advising people, especially those that I coach or those that follow me on Facebook, at the Enlightened Daughters, or my Instagram events in life. One thing that really trips us up as human beings is indecision, is holding on tight to what we're comfortable with and not moving forward to what we know will bring us, joy or peace, bliss or the money or whatever. I used to move around a lot. I lived in Miami, I lived in St. Thomas, I'm from New York. I've been a couple of places. I went to a boarding school for high school. I like to travel. I like to get up and go. And, I'd be working in New York, at my regular job running a restaurant and then have 2 days off. And I would open the day that, like on my Friday in restaurants, you don't actually get a Friday off. So my Friday was like a Monday. And so I would do the opening shift so I could get out, so I could catch like one of the last flights to Miami to go to the beach, and people be like, oh, what are you doing for your days off? And I'm like, South Beach. And they're like, how do you do that? It's because get up and go. You're not a tree. We're human beings. We have legs, most of us, that can, work. Get up and go. Go do something with yourself. And stop hesitating. And this is much of a lesson for me as it is for everyone else. But let go and just chill and flow and know that God is always there. You have so much support and love from heaven around you every single moment of every single day. Jesus said he is closer than our breath. There's no wrong move. There's a decision that you can make that might take a little bit, as they say, but it doesn't mean you made the wrong decision. It just means that you made a decision that gave you a couple more opportunities to learn along the way. But you got to chill. You got to let go. You got to just... And it's all right. And stop doubting yourself. And that's been a big lesson for me this year. Like, stop doubting yourself, Autumn. Stop doubting yourself. Your highest self is always with you. You have all of heaven supporting you. Trust the knowing. Trust in heaven. Trust in, your spirit guides. Trust there who has your back. So back there, up there, out there. And it's really not about, oh, I'm trusting something outside of myself. And it's no, trusting within yourself, because the kingdom of heaven dwells within us, is at hand. God is within us. Jesus is closer than our breath. There's no going wrong. God's not up there with a belt waiting to pop you on your behind if you make a wrong move. No, he loves you. And he wants you to experience life, and he wants you to live it and taste it and touch it and embrace it and have fun. So make a decision. And if you make a left, but you meant to make a right, then make the left and make another left and make another left, come back to where you were and then go make the right. It's all right. Sometimes we take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That's not a bad thing. A cha-cha is a really fun dance. You know what I'm saying? Learn to embrace it. Listen to the music. Just do it. It's all right. You got to let go of what you think it's going to look like. And just know that everything is lining up perfectly and deliciously and for your greatest good. All roads lead to joy. All roads lead to God. All roads lead to peace. He gives us his eternal peace and abundance in all things. It says in Romans 2:11, God has no favorites. He has no favorites. He loves us all. Make a mistake. Trip. So what? Then do it again. Then do something else. And then do it better. The point of life is learn, grow, learn, grow, learn, grow. You're on an upward spiral, and every level you get off, you're going to learn something. We learn, we grow, we learn, we grow, we learn, we grow. And it doesn't end. You're expanding every single day in this universe. So do you want to be like the person, they said, oh, he lived till he was 75, but he died at 25. And, you just live 50 years of your life doing the same. They're wasting time and wasting their life and are doing the same things every single day that have gotten them nowhere. And they're comfortable in their discomfort and their lack of self-worth and their lack of self-love. And, all I can do is keep the light on, keep praying for them, keep encouraging them, keep, planting seeds. I think it was in the Bible. I know it was a parable in the Bible about planting seeds, and, you throw the seeds out and some land on a rocky road and are automatically eaten by birds. And some land, I think in like another area where the ground wasn't fertile, and a couple of them took, but most of them didn't. And then you have the ones that were planted in the fertile soil that really took root and really blossomed and flowed. You got to plant the seeds, throw them out there. Every time a farmer is out in his field planting seeds, he knows that every single seed is not going to germinate. But he also knows he has faith in that because he has faith in his crops and in the process. About a process. Not really the end game. You know what I mean? Like, I know what my goals are. I know what my dreams are. I know what my ideal reality looks like. Do I know how I'm going to get from here to there? Nope. Am I worried about it? Nope. Because what a point. I can't outthink God. So I talk to my father and I'm like, hey, God, so Daddy, I'd like A, B, C, and D. Thank you. I love you. Amen. And I move on. Because I trust that he knows the desires of my heart and he's going to line me up with all the right people. There are things already flowing into place for me right now that literally, as I was thinking about them this morning, brought tears to my eyes because I was so overwhelmed by his majesty and his grace and his beauty and his love for me. To just let me to stop and be aware of things in my life. And not just the things that I'm able to see that will be happening, but the things that are happening right at this moment, right now. While I'm talking to you guys, making this video. The fact that I have time to make this video. The fact that I know that my children are not with me, but they're safe. The fact that I have a roof over my head and I was able to eat breakfast this morning. I just got out a delicious salt bath and, grabbed my pendulum and asked some really awesome questions. I just found out that my biological father is actually dead. I mean, I didn't grow up knowing him, but, I found out that he's dead and that he's one of my spirit guides. That is beautiful. My best friend who passed away, at the age of 33, or did he finally make 34? I think 34 before he passed away. And he's one of my spirit guides. These are huge, 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 huge revelations of just beauty and grace and love and support from heaven. Whatever's holding you up, whatever's got you can't sleep at night, or maybe you're so tired and depressed that you don't want to get out of bed. Like, tell my clients and all my friends, get off the fence. Don't say you're waiting on God. God is waiting on you. Get off the fence. Make a decision and watch heaven support you. That's all you have to do. Get off the fence. Stop with the excuses. Stop with the whining. Stop listening to people that are too scared to do anything themselves. You're not here to live anybody. You're not here to make anybody else happy but you. And I'm not saying that in a selfish way, but at the end of the day, the fact that somebody will want you to be miserable and uncomfortable and make them feel bad about that person, that ain't got nothing to do with you. I make decisions based on joy and peace and harmony and love and beauty and divinity into Autumn's life, because I know from that space, I am so much more useful to everyone around me, mainly my children, and that is how I move through life. And my definition of happiness is my definition of happiness. And I don't care what it looks like to anybody else. And I don't care if anyone thinks that I'm not doing enough. And it's really done in the spiritual realm. Should I stress myself out, banging my head against the wall and running in place, trying to make it look like on the facade for a whole bunch of people who are insecure and not living their best life? Not so much. If God gives you the same 3D illusional crap, it just doesn't make any sense. Father in heaven, hey, this is what I want. This is what I desire. Here's what my heart is. What should I do? And he tells me to sit and be still and let's go within and really get it together. Who do you think I'm listening to? Here that's still struggling and, is living paycheck to paycheck and hasn't had a healthy relationship and doesn't even feel good about themselves when they look at themselves in the mirror? Or am I going to listen to the Most High guiding me back to heaven and joy and peace and bliss and an abundant life? Definitely an easy answer for me. So I've been ebbing and flowing, so chilling. It's better than any weed I've ever had in my life. And I decided a long time ago that generational curses and nonsense, the conversation I had with my Most High God prior to my spiritual awakening and going into the rabbit hole and dealing with all of that crap and darkness and freakiness. And that was hard. Worth it, 1,001%. I'm still seeing the effects, resonate out, because obviously when you heal yourself, you're not just healing your family, you're healing your friends, you're helping to heal humanity, And I looked at my daughter, especially, not saying that my son is less important, but she's not doing the things that I went through. We're not repeating any of those cycles. Definitely not. My son is a lot more tuned in than I thought. Little manifester. She's just like my little baby witch. I think it's hilarious. And my son is getting it. He is just like embodying his little Christ light. It's just delicious. I just want to kiss there 9,000 times a day. Had to learn to let go of them too, right? Boom, boom. Anyway, so the point of all of this, as I ramble on, is to tell you, my amazing, beautiful soul, get off the fence, let go, and enjoy the ride. And so what if you make and I'm not even going to say a wrong turn, because there's no wrong turns. There's no wrong decisions. So what if you make a decision that maybe takes you a week to get to where you wanted to go as opposed to a day? All right. So you had during that time. I hope it was fun. Did you get to laugh a little bit more? Did you see somebody, you haven't seen in a while? People are reaching out to me left and right that I haven't heard from in a minute. And then there are people that are reaching out to me that are like, yo, I was really going through something and you started putting these messages up and you don't know how much you helped me. This, I had to realize that my service to the light is not about me. So whether I feel tired or awake, whether I put my makeup on or did my hair or not, I realize to get these messages out. And the messages that I've been pulling every day just aren't for me. So you're probably going to see a little bit more postings. Not a lot, but a little bit more. I'm going to try to get my life, try to do this. Wi-Fi or my habit, I don't know, it does what it wants to do. So we're working through it. It's in a meeting. We're trying to get it help. Anyway, enough, right? So trust your intuition. Get quiet, get still, go within, and just let go. Surrender and let go. Surrender and let go. Surrender and let go. Surrender. Important to be present where you're at right now. Not saying you shouldn't have goals and dreams. You know what I mean? Like if you see a big house and you want to make a vision board and boom, that's cool. But don't forget where you're at. Because where you're at is leading you to the goals and dreams, right? Where you're at, you need to make sure that you're making the best decisions where you're at right now. Finding the joy and the peace right now so that more of that will come to you and it'll expedite your process. I find a reason, it's funny. My mother and my sister will always be like, how was your day? And I'm like, I always have good days. I always have good days. I don't care what's going on. At some point in the day, something good happened. And if it's only one thing that I can remember out of 24 hours of nonsense, then that's what I'm holding on to. That one good thing, that one little miracle. Because every single day is a good day for me. Every single day is filled with magic and bliss and harmony and love and joy. Every day I get kisses and hugs from my children, or I get to hear them laugh, or I'll walk down the street and I'll see a baby's looking at the awe in their eyes as they see a bird walk fly by them, or bubbles. It's the simplest little things. going to the supermarket and pick out a watermelon because I'm not that talented. Just little things. Putting a dress on because it's summertime here in New York and feeling good about yourself. It doesn't have to be Jesus walking on water. It doesn't have to be the second coming of Christ. It doesn't have to be you watching the heavens open up and angels flying down around you for you to realize it's a miracle. Your life is a miracle. That's the first miracle, because that wasn't guaranteed. You were giving you the breath of life, another chance, and enjoy this beautiful, soulfully delicious day. What are you going to do with it? Get off the fence. Make a decision. Just make a decision. And trust God to guide you to where you really want to be. But be joyous, be where you're at. Something good in your day, every day, and hold on to it. And watch miracles come into your life. All right, anyway, so that's my off the fence rant for today. I love you guys so much. It is there in New York. I don't know what the temperature is like where you're at, but I love a hot day. So I put on about to go do my hair. Might even put makeup on. I don't know. It might be too hot for makeup together. Go to surprise my kids when they get home and just have the most blessed day. And that's my prayer for you. Have a beautiful, blessed, and prosperous day. Get off the fence. You'll be all right. You got support. You're never alone. Don't ever forget that. All right. I love you. Bye.